boy, where did we leave off? Oh. So, party's been trying to save the city of Bexley after dealing with Tal Wraith, returning to Bexley to try and stop these black powder keg bombs going off beneath the city, leveling a good chunk of it. All the main, it turns out, through some divination, thanks to Mina, and research from everybody there, that the bombs are located beneath the main church building in the city, the fishery, and the granary, essentially looking to shut down main parts of the city. Crimson Fang wants to do that and then blame it on Orlais, like, oh, yep, see, they came after us, so to use it as a catalyst to recruit more and steal the members that they have for whatever they're going to have them do next. The party has successfully disarmed 2 bomb sites now. The first one had a couple of Crimson Guard setting up the pallet of black powder kegs, and Emil used his charisma and persuasion skills to talk some sense into the guard left living, and showed him the truth of the matter, that the Crimson Guard were using him and his brothers and sisters in arms. So that guard went back said he was heading back to the guard barracks to let others know and try and get ahead of this before his own people are killed. The group then went over to the fishery, and they had a sort of a very delicate situation to disarm the bombs there, but did so successfully, with the exception of a very minor explosion. As other guards were returning, they had doused most of the kegs with water, and they were mostly doused, but a little bit of black powder was still dry when some of the other activation runes went off. Instead of very minor explosion, just enough to collapse a third or half of the fishery or so. The party made it outside back in the street just in time, as the evacuated workers returned. And gosh, I think that's where we're essentially picking up. Yeah. My goodness.
So we're out of the fishery outside?
Mm-hmm. Yep, out on the main street just in front of the fishery building, or what's left of it.
I guess we should book it a bit so we're not just like standing by some rubble.
Yeah. Let's go for a walk towards the granary, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Is that where the next bomb is?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
What time of day is it, by the way? We have till 6 p.m., right?
You do, and it's I think it's just around afternoon now. You guys were in there in the morning. You've dealt with 2 of these bombs. I'm going to say it's probably like 1:30 or 2. All right. Exciting. Just jotting some notes as we go. So you're all walking, how do you want to proceed to the granary? Just in the street, or do you want to use any stealth, or how would you guys like to proceed?
I think speed's pretty important, and we know the area decently well. We've been here for a while, so overland probably would be.
Yeah. Kind of a speed walk, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have this thing that allows us to move the quickest way through cities as well.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I can't remember what it's called. City Secrets, that's what it's called.
Nice. Okay. So you do just that. You start leading the way via the shortest route up to the granary. As you're going through the streets, go ahead and roll perception checks, everyone that's walking, if you'd like to. And don't forget, we have real dice until the new year.
Ooh!
Yay!
Yay! Got a D20.
Picked up a dice tray.
Excellent.
Oh god, I need one of those too.
Me too. Now that I think about it, I'm always picking them up off the floor and I send them off, flying off my desk.
17 for me.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
14.
That was a perception check?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
18.
Oh, all right, nice.
Oh, there we go.
So you're all of you are noticing now. There's a bit of disarray in the streets now. There are people, certainly as you leave the fishery, there's a number of people racing up to see, what's happened, what's going on. You quickly slip off, into the shadows. Actually, if you all wouldn't mind making a stealth check as you step away from the fishery.
17. I'm sure I just melded the people's cloaks.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. That's a 7.
That's all right.
I rolled a conspicuous 8.
Ooh, nice. All right.
29.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
Emil just disappears.
Poof. Oh, that is
It's
incredible.
Blueberry and Felix against all of the guards.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, some of the beans. Do I not have your? I don't have you added. I'm sorry, Frank. I will fix your name tag here. I don't have it in this one. I'll fix that in a bit. My bad.
Sorry.
Anyway, so yeah, the people that have returned. I mean, I think Felix is still in his disguise anyway. They sort of get, see you all having just exited the building. They don't really say anything. They're just in shock and looking at the fishery as you slip off into the shadows of the street here, as much as they are at 1:30 in the afternoon. And you continue your way through the city with Emil and Blueberry leading the way. Because I think Emil has the city secrets too, maybe not. No? Okay. Blueberry then guiding everybody the quickest route. You hear people talking. Oh, you do? Okay, neat. So between the two of you, you're very expeditious. But you hear people running out. You see people running out in the streets as you're going like from stop to stop instead of just a straight-on dash to the next location. And they're asking, they're exclaiming in the streets, "Oh, this is Calais. They have attacked us. Yes, we knew it would happen." And they're just absolutely up in arms and talking about their children and where they're going to hide them, and the war is here. Let me think. You guys are going to go a little bit by. You actually hear as you pass by, because you have to pass by ish, the guardhouse, the main barracks. You hear some clashing of weapons. And because you all rolled so well with your perception, you see that there are a number of Crimson Guard fighting other Crimson Guard outside of the barracks. And you don't get close enough to hear anything they're shouting or saying, but it's clear there's some civil discord there. Perhaps from the guard that you sent back revealing, the plan here. Maybe it made sense to some and not to others. Let's see. Steph's not here yet. Sorry, Steph. You make your way up to the granary. You're about 2.5 blocks away. When a huge boom fills the streets, shatters some windows near you, and you see the roof almost blow completely up and off of the granary.
Oh boy.
some of the walls explode out. It's nothing like a full-on explosion that it would have been. It would have leveled like numerous blocks. But you hear people, everyone kind of ducks down as this dust cloud pushes past everybody. You see two people running sort of out of this billowing smoke that's coming out of the building, and they're shouting about, help! There's a bomb, and it's Calais. They're attacking us. They sent a giant robot to kill us all. Everybody flee! Help! Another one shouts, it's murdering everyone! It's a giant construct!
Oh.
Help!
Oh no.
So right now, the granary is essentially in ruins, but you can't, through the heavy smoke, you see like the ruins of a building. You're about 2.5 blocks away. How do you want to proceed from there?
Felix rushes through the smoke towards the explosion.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I'll follow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
I will follow them in a minute. There's something I want to do first.
Ooh, okay. Nice. So what would you like to do first then, Emil? And I'll jump right to that.
So this, I think there was, I could see somebody shouting this. It was like a Crimson Guard outside the granary.
Is there? Is that what you're asking? Is there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to confirm that I saw the person that I heard.
Yes, you did in fact see. It wasn't actually a Crimson Guard. It seemed like probably a worker from the granary. They had more peasant type clothing on.
Okay, that's unfortunate. There's no Crimson Guard like in sight.
Not currently. Yeah, not yet, but probably soon.
All right. I guess since I was reasonably stealth, I'm going to try and duck down an alley quickly, and I'm going to try and throw a minor illusion.
Ooh.
And the illusion will be the sound of someone yelling. Actually, I'm going to use a woman's voice then, shouting, "It was the Crimson Guard. I saw them messing around down there. They set the bomb."
That's awesome.
But not with my voice.
Oh gosh, that's amazing. I suppose roll persuasion check with advantage because of the greatness of it.
Yes, let's use that wonderful charisma I have. I rolled a 1 and a 2, so my persuasion was a 5.
Can I have minor illusion? Can I try the same thing with a different voice?
Yeah, and with advantage. And I'm actually going to give you some bonus points on that, Emil. I'm going to give you like a +10 just because of the creativity for it. So we'll give you a 12 with that, and then go ahead, Mort.
With advantage, right? So persuasion. All right, hold on. What am I getting for persuasion?
Oh, I had a +3 on those, so it's not quite that terrible, but
-1.
Still not great.
Nice.
An 18 and a 2, so that's a 17.
Okay, so in total with Emil it'd be 15 then, and 17. With these two voices, Emil and you staying back, you kind of see some people like looking around like, huh? And talking amongst one another. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I just drew a complete... Right, sorry. Drew a complete blank on something. All right. for everyone else, as you're heading up, running it up to the billowing smoke, you hear footsteps, shuffling, grunting, coming through, approaching the veil, about to pierce this veil of smoke. Do you want to stop or continue? What would you like to do as you hear these just on the edge of the smoke about to come through?
Does it look like Brewer?
Yeah, can we?
Go ahead and make a. I don't know. The smoke is super heavy, so you just hear it now. But make a perception check to see like what you can hear, what kind of sounds, the timbre of it.
15.
Okay. You hear some. It does sound like something heavy being dragged.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inclined to stop and see what it is.
Okay.
Kind of hold up a hand to motion to everybody to slow down.
Yeah, I stop.
All right. Okay.
Before I join them, I'm going to actually double down on what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Can we use our new level stuff, by the way, or should we be waiting for a long rest for that?
Oh, you'll get the HP now, but yeah, you'll have to wait for a rest for the new stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will just use disguise self, and I'm gonna disguise myself as a Crimson Guard, probably aiming for like a sergeant or a captain or something.
Ah, nice. Okay. I like that.
I was thinking cast the dancing lights around the smoke to see if I can illustrate or illuminate what the object is.
Okay, you put some your dancing lights just on the edge, and they help a bit. There's a lot of light, reflecting off the smoke, so it amplifies some of the smoke. But whenever it parts a bit, you see more. You wouldn't recognize. Oh, Steph, thank goodness, just in time. Just I didn't want her to miss this part. I was like, nice, awesome. All right, let me quickly jump over to the next setup. 1, 2. All right, let's close this. Open up 5, and I will fix all that mess later. Let me just quickly do this, the name tags, because I've been multitasking. I'm so bad at it. All right, that's going to be Kaylin, and the here.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Mina. Okay, transition, and that should do it, and I'll fix video part later because everyone's essentially in where they should be. Okay. Out of the smoke, Felix, let's see, Felix and Blueberry, Emil, Kaylin, and I mean, I don't know if Mina was there, but Brixie was. You all see, pushing through the smoke, Yaza, Corden, Morek, and Brewer exiting the smoke. The 3 non-constructs are dragging a heavily damaged Brewer behind. His body's as limp as a robotic body can be. You see dents in the casing, chunks of metal and gears and other things blown off or torn out. It's tough to tell what created the damage. But Yaza is a female tiefling that was in the Thieves Guild, and Corden, the human male that was down there as well, are with Morek helping drag Brewer Smith out of this building. They look up. like rubbing smoke out of their eyes, and they see Farmer. Were you in Farmer Get Up, Felix? I think when they first met you. Okay, good. Oh, Fred, please, your friend is hurt badly, and they sit down on the ground, like fall down to their knees as they're exhausted from whatever they just went through.
Yeah, I'll go and help out. I probably don't know anything about Warforged mechanics or biology, but I don't know. Could I make a medicine check or something of the sort?
Gosh, so there's an actual thing that you can do, and I can't remember which skill, if it's like a tinkering or it's something else to check. But go ahead and do either an intelligence check. You could try a medicine check too, but it might affect the DC a bit. Felix can use his best judgment as to which.
So it's not going to be great either way. I rolled a 12 on the die plus 2 for medicine.
Okay. Oh, Steph. All right. So you do a quick glance over, and you see that aside from suffering some really severe external damage on the armor aspect, there's some damage to more important pieces of pulleys and mechanics inside. And at his core, where usually you can see through parts of his rib cage to this slightly way down inside, buried under a bunch of armor and other mechanics, you sometimes see in the dark a little bit of a glow from his crystal heart. And that's right. Maybe Steph isn't going to be here tonight. Oh, no,
she's having trouble with Discord.
Ah, okay. Discord. All right. Let me turn this off. Just put this back on 4 players. Okay. And you see that something has been run through that whole section. You can see an exposed part of that core dimly lit. So you get the feeling it's something moderately severe.
Oh man. Go for it, Frank.
I was going to say, being a deep gnome, we're known for tinkering as well. Can I just take a look and see if I can just decipher anything out of this mess?
Sure. Yep. Go ahead and for now, I'll add it later. But go ahead and make like an intelligence check, a straight up intelligence check.
Okay. Intelligence. Okay. So that would be +4.
While they're doing this, can I just be on sort of high alert to make sure no evil people are coming out to hurt us?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check, Blueberry.
Okie dokie.
8 + 4, 12.
Okay. You have essentially roughly the same assessment rather, that Felix had. You can see you've never seen this particular type of construct. However, it's clearly suffered a great deal of damage. Most of its arms and legs are essentially, its arms are limp, its legs are locked and unmoving, and its head and neck just sort of move around ever so slightly in a really erratic way, like it's still semi-conscious.
I was a 14, Dan.
Ah, okay. All right, good. Just going to make a note of that. So far, things look clear, Blueberry. And they're all resting. We almost stopped the bomb. Got rid of most of the black powder, but we didn't see the activation rune at the very bottom.
How are the citizens kind of around reacting to them? Because there was kind of this warning that the robot was a Chilean weapon. So are people like agitated?
More like fearful. You don't see anyone that's there's so much chaos that there aren't a lot of people rioting yet in a violent way. But you've probably seen things like this happen before. Similar, riots build and they start with fear and quickly escalate.
Okay, I'm just more concerned. Are people afraid of Brewer, or are people looking at Brewer with violent intent? Because that's the kind of thing I want to head off in my uniform if I can, in my disguise.
Okay, mostly fear, but you do see some people stopping and looking quizzically, like you think they might build to some anger soon.
Okay, I think then I'm gonna kind of stride up in my disguise and say, good, that's the Warforged we sent to investigate claims of the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to give us a report? Was it true that a rogue Crimson Order group was behind the bomb?
Brewer lifts his head like...
And I'm going to kneel down beside Brewer and look super concerned in my Crimson Order uniform about Brewer.
Nice. He kind of looks up, and in this broken robotic voice, it just kind of cuts in and out. Kelly, not responsible. Crimson Guard confirmed.
All right, I'm going to kind of stand up, kind of announce loudly, like, I'm not, this guy isn't amazing necessarily, so I kind of really don't want to get caught out here and make things worse. So I'm going to address Felix and the others and say, the Warforges confirmed that it was not Kelly, but the Crimson Order. I'm going to go look for some loyal guards. Please watch over the Warforged, and then I'm going to head off and duck down an alley if I can, so I can still undisguise.
Do roll, see if anyone, see how people are reacting. Okay. All right, people are really afraid. Sort of running around. One of the people that was watching kind of runs up to you. Are you kidding? The Crimson Guard? What can I do to help?
All I know is it wasn't Calais. Try and keep people calm. I'm going to go find some guards that I trust and get to the bottom of this.
Very well. I'll spread the word and see if we can mount some forces of our own to help assist.
No violence, though. Let's keep things safe for the people around here.
All right. We'll get everyone, the elderly, to safety first, and children, and work from there.
Good. Thank you, citizen. And
yes.
I'm going to take off.
Okay, and he goes the other way. All right. Steph, I'm so sorry. Forgot you wouldn't be here tonight. Oh no, that's right. You might, but now you can't because it's not really working. The Wi-Fi. Gotcha. That's right. You're at PAX or wherever, somewhere. Okay. So, Steph, I guess I will watch on Discord in case you have anything, or I can also watch in chat in case you're like, wait, I want to do this. Then just let me know, and we'll make it happen. I imagine that just to try and roleplay this a little bit for Kaylin, I feel like she would also hustle up with a concern for Brewer, of course, and the others. And kind of lean down and look. What happened? What happened to him? And the others, Morik's probably going to go over to Felix because he's got something he wants to talk to Felix about. Corden looks up at Kaylin. There were Crimson Guard in there, setting up the last of the bombs, and we were not expecting them to be there, but Brewer warned us of this and insisted on expediency and dispatching, undoing the bombs and dispatching anyone in the way. But one of them was much stronger than the other three, and took the brunt of Brewer took the brunt of damage. but he saved our hides more than once there.
Wait, let me stop you for a second. One person did this to Brewer.
They were focusing their efforts on him, it seemed, as best as we tried to pick them off. But yes, one was very, very strong. We're not ones to be trifled with ourselves, but had a very strange weapon. Something like a javelin, but with a very... could be swung as a hammer, too. And bashed and smashed, and Brewer took many of those blows for us. I must say, likely would have been lethal for us. Brewer also protected us from the blast as the activation rune set off. There were only moments to dive and cover us. We then pulled him out. He's literally saved our lives several times over there.
Felix has this look of like deep concern on his face. I think we might be in over our heads in this one. Brewer is an extremely capable fighter, and if he's in this state, I just don't know if we can. Well, let's get Brewer off the street. Let's get him off the street to safety. We'll take care of Brewer first. I think we should lay low.
Morik looks over and agrees with you. Says, yes. Felix, I have other important news I have to share as well. Tell me that, are there any more bombs in the city? Brewer only spoke of some locations you were working on, and this one.
We know that there were 3 bombs. We took care of 2. Unfortunately, it seems the last one here caused some issues.
A bit, but still, countless lives were saved today. This entire stock of black powder detonated here or elsewhere. Blocks. A dozen blocks would have been blown away. But yes, let's get Brew to safety and see what we can do as far as repairing. And I feel like you and I need to discuss the next step with Yaza and Corden and your friends. Let's. I'm not sure where to head. Do you have any thoughts?
Is Brewer like in pieces or like wounded?
A bunch of his armor is crushed in places, missing in others. A bunch of the mechanics in different areas have been cut or smashed away. The most concerning damage is a large, what seems to be like a combination of a large dent in his breastplate near his core, and then something that may have pierced through to the core that's now glowing dimly inside. His legs are locked up, his arms are limp, and his head's like jerking around, and as he's trying to move his head and do things, it has a jerky motion.
Right. I don't know if this is gonna do anything, but I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
I'll do it at a 2nd level too.
Ooh, nice. Okay, you.
That's 12 hit points if Cure Wounds does anything for him.
Neat. It's definitely always worth a shot. You go over and you cast Cure Wounds close to him with your healing magic, and you can feel nothing seems to be absorbed. None of the magic just seems to kind of roll off of him.
Okay. He needs an engineer.
Steph's like, yeah, let me take a look at him. Let's get somewhere safe. If there's anything I can do.
I'm going to still be on lookout down to see if anybody's following us or looking out for us.
I'll help Felix pick up as much as I can. Help pick up Brew. try to get them to the closest house, I guess, or building that's secure.
Okay.
Alleyway, anything.
Yeah.
There's a pretty deep alleyway that has a bunch of the buildings. 2 rows of buildings on either side have a number of places where they cross over, and so it provides a lot of extra shadow in here. It's the same alleyway that Emil ducked into. So as you drag Brewer over, Steph tries to kick some of the drag marks of the legs, like Kaylin tries to shame on me, clear some of the tracks there as best she can. And you guys are now in shadow, about a 50-foot alley, 60-foot alley, and you're right in the middle. Well shaded, a number of objects, some large boxes around, crates and other things stacked up out here.
I'm going to say to Felix, I kind of agree with you that this situation, whoever's down there right now, is probably a little bit above our pay grade. But I don't think they're going to explode the bombs with them there. If there's, we can watch them to see if they leave, watch the building to see if they leave, or they might teleport out of there if we had, I don't know. I don't have anything that can remote view that room, but if we had anything that could do that, to try to see that room, that would probably help a lot.
Yaza,
but I don't think they're going to blow it up with them in there.
Yaza's leaning up. No. They're dead. They're all dead.
Is she wounded? Is she wounded?
Yes, Corden and Yaza are definitely wounded.
Okay, I'll just
Jesus.
I'll start a prayer of healing.
Ooh, okay, nice.
You get a heal, and you get a heal. Look under your chair. You
get
get a heal.
Look under your crate. Yeah.
I'll tell them. Okay, calm down. Come here. All of those who are wounded, gather close. Come here, and I'll start it because it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Okay. Nice. All right, you begin casting, and as you are, and she continues. No, between Brewer and the 3 of us, we were successful. Just it took a lot to get there, and when with his dying breath, the strong one pushed the last of the barrels over that we were not able to soak and get rid of, and that's when Brewer protected us from the blast. But they must all be in pieces. The only thing that saved us from that blast of the last few kegs that were standing was Brewer shielding us.
Okay. Oy.
Unless they had some sort of protection or death ward as well.
Well, if we go down, we might get our hands caught in the cookie jar, so to speak. I don't know if we want to be down there when the Crimson Guard come to investigate. I don't know.
It's the Crimson Guard who are the ones setting it off.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like getting framed today.
Yeah. If Yaz is telling us that there's nothing much to do down there.
That is correct.
However, I am.
Can I insight check her?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
21.
Okay. Yep, she's being seems to be genuine.
Okay.
However, I am in the mood of doing some framing ourselves. If you guys don't mind listening to an idea I have.
Give it a shot. Let's see.
Blueberry scooches up and sits down.
While Felix is explaining his grand plan, he is giving Blueberry some scritches behind his ears. So we do have a couple of, several barrels of gunpowder that we have saved from the other location. We could put it in a very conspicuous place with Crimson Order insignias all over it.
Do we have the insignias, or can we forge them? I guess.
We have an expert forger in our midst.
Oh, I think that's a pretty good idea. We just have to do it very stealthily, I think.
Now let's see. Dan, could you remind me? We had gotten to Bexley, but we haven't made any accommodations for.
You went right to the church, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
we don't.
We've stayed in Bexley before, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Separately, though,
Well,
right?
We being the
I
party.
haven't.
Oh yeah.
We, you.
Where is the line?
Awesome.
All right, so where do we put these?
It's gonna be like that. Okay.
All right, while you were away, we solved everything, and everybody's just chilling out, relaxing. Right?
Amazing. That's so great.
Let's see, Dan, do you mind pulling up the map again? I'm just trying to figure out what the closest location that we can get to is. Actually, is it named Bexley? It is.
Mm-hmm. And you guys are at the granary, which is essentially, let me try and zoom in here. What's nearby? This little south, I guess, of Tensor University, just outside the wall.
Oh, okay.
We can go to the pit.
Dude,
we cleared it out in the first few episodes, so it must be okay, right?
Felix, you go ahead and go to the pit. Emil will be right behind you, just out of sight.
Always hiding.
Nice.
Or I'll be at the pub.
The church.
So, did you guys say we were near the Tensor University?
A little bit south, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think let's just find an abandoned building and get in there.
Yeah. Because if we go to sort of a like an inn or something, we're going to have to explain a half blown up Warforged.
Yeah, let's find a abandoned building somewhere near Tensor. Not near Tensor, near we're near the granary somewhere.
Okay. I mean, there are a number of abandoned buildings. It won't take you too awful long to find one that's going to fit your needs.
Before we do that, I finished casting my prayer of healing.
Wonderful. Excellent.
So, is anybody in our group hurting? I know Brixie is.
Nope.
No, I'm full health.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a look here.
Is
Caleb? Dan, you're not properly sharing Fantasy Grounds with the stream?
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I just I'm in there now. Thank you, Warren. I was called you Emil.
Same thing.
I think it's totally okay that you sometimes call me Emil, and it might be okay to occasionally call him Felix, but make sure you get Beth's name right.
The full name.
Nice.
BP30.
Sure.
That one. No.
So if anybody in the party is hurt, and then whoever of the NPCs are hurt, they get 11 hit points back, because that was a really lame roll.
Nice. All right. So they get healed up. Yeah. You see, of course, some of their wounds heal up. They still have a lot of like soot from all the fire and smoke and damage. Clothes torn, but they're able to assist, with Brewer a bit better as you head out to find this abandoned building. I'll pull this back out a little bit here.
And maybe we could put a cloak over Brewer on the way just to make it. Oh, I don't know. It's just as conspicuous, I guess.
Just kind of like we'll put a cloak over him and then kind of support him like a drunk guy.
Yeah. Nice. It turns into an interesting scene because his legs are locked up, his arms are limp, and he stands so much taller than everybody. So it's like a very awkward situation. But you guys make it happen. There's plenty of chaos as you walk through the city now. You see plenty of that going on. So you... come on. I just want to get this snipped.
Is he still in the alley, or do we drag him into the building? Brewer.
Oh, we're going in the building.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to go in the building.
Yeah.
I want to do, whilst everyone is in the building,
Mm-hmm.
I want to do like a perimeter check and occasionally going from dog form to human form so people don't know it's me that's sort of going around and just doing a general.
That's convenient.
I think as you'll do that, you'll notice that there's a raven also kind of circling around the building in the opposite direction.
Sweet. You can both roll perception checks with advantage.
Cool. I need a dice tray so badly. Oh yeah. 23.
Holy.
20.
19.
Wow, beautiful. All right, you both feel very confident that you're keeping a very careful eye. So far, you just see a number of these citizens running around. There are Crimson Guard, but they are not looking at the house whatsoever. They're running around in certain areas. You see further away, especially Emil having the advantage of being up in the air like that, seeing, well, technically, I guess, actually, go ahead and roll a wisdom check if you would.
Eight.
Okay. So whenever Seb kind of reports back, mentally, he's just giving you the rough idea, like there's people here. He might be able to recognize a certain pattern, color and pattern, but that's all. Just that there's no one nearby right now that you have to worry about. No Crimson Guard. Okay. As you're all piled into a moderately large building that's just abandoned, you see there was a family of probably 7 or 8 that used to live here. There's a number of chairs at an old farm table in the kitchen, and dust, a heavy layer of dust around the house that hasn't been used in probably a year or so. But quiet, dark, and it's large enough to handle everybody. Yaza and Corden sit down at the table. Thank the gods you all got here when you did. Thank you. for getting us safely to here, and for helping the citizens as you did. Preventing the other bombs from going off. You did better than we did.
We may need, to find this a proper safe house if the town erupts into chaos and rioting tonight, which, as we were on our way over to meet you, we kind of heard the sounds of it starting, so...
I think this stop right now is to get Brewer semi-moving, right? To attempt to do that.
Excuse me, the dust in here is just so...
Amazing.
Sunny, bless you.
All right, let's see. There it is.
Well, if we can get him semi-ambulatory, I could always cast invisibility on him, and that might help. I mean, he's going to make some noise, but
yeah,
we can try it. It's also possible that our friends here know the fastest way underground. I kind of look at the Thieves Guild.
They give like a nod as they're sort of still nursing the last of their wounds. Yes. Kaylin asks, probably would have asked as you entered the house, cleared a spot, maybe there's a second level to the house. She probably would have asked, if we can bring Brew up here, or she should probably make room in the kitchen, I'll say, behind a little half wall that separates the kitchen and the dining area. Where Brewer's laid down and she starts to take a look. Oh, stuff's gonna kill me if I roll crappy.
I'll assist her.
Okay.
Like, I'll try to assist her, like, hand her tools or whatnot.
Okay, that'll count. Nice. All right. So I'll have her do it with advantage, and well, good thing you assist her. Okay. So Kaylin, you're able to look over. First time having a really close look. Now, thankfully, you've taken countless sketches through your travels with Brewer so far. So you know where most of the external mechanics, you have a rough idea of where they should be and how they should look and operate. So you have scraps. I'm just going to check your inventory here because I know you've got some of the scraps that are needed for him. Now they're a bit high value because where are you, Kaylin? Because it's Brewer, of course. All right, do we put those in? Okay. All right. Let me just see what your tinkering is. Ooh, all right, got a lot going in there. So, Kaylin, you manage to unseize his legs. You find where the issues are. Some rods have separated from where they should be, and they've jammed in the wrong place and gotten locked up. So you're able to get in there, free those up, hook them up, sort of, back to how they should be. A patch job for sure. But as you get that set and re-engage his arms, there is... Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. Yeah. Maybe would it work, Kaylin, if you're if you just did like the audio, maybe? I mean, you're of course welcome to do whatever, but just to troubleshoot.
Let's give her 60 seconds. I think she's just signing on.
Yeah.
Nice stuff. There's no way I'm missing this. Good, because I feel terrible. Like, I don't want to mess this up. Dan's gonna roll for me? Not today. Alright, good. That'll give me a minute to work on the player layout here. Alright. Okay, oops, wrong button. There we go.
I'm rolling some new dice tonight. Got some on Black Friday.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They're. Let's see if you can get a good angle on that.
Purpley?
Yeah.
Lavender?
Ooh, pretty.
They're lapis lazuli.
Awesome. That's so
Been
cool.
waiting to get these for a while.
Good. That's awesome.
Look at Sam so happy with the new dice. Look at that.
It's the little things.
Yes. For sure.
Oh, and then I want semi-precious dice so badly. They're so pretty and so expensive.
But worth it. Because they're beautiful. He's so cool. Alright, I'm just tweaking this. Looks like so still.
Yay!
All right.
Hey guys.
Hi. I love that you made it on, Steph. That's fantastic. Don't touch my
I'm here.
rolls, Dan. Yeah.
Do you need the quick recap?
So like all I heard when I was trying to connect at because now we're at the Airbnb, and all I heard when I was trying to connect at the convention center was the brewer was extremely hurt and chaos was going on, and I just had an anxiety attack, but
I'm so sorry. Okay.
I want an actual connection now, so
Yes. Nice. Okay, so you were all headed to the granary, the third bomb location, and when you got there, the roof blew off, a boom blew out windows down the block. Some of the bombs were set off at the granary when you were all like 2.5 blocks away. Billowing smoke is coming out of the ruins of the building, and as Felix and you and a number of others approach the building, Morek and the two people from Yaza and I think Corden from the Thieves Guild were dragging Brewer out of the ruins. They were all wounded, but Brewer's legs were seized up and his arms were limp, and his head was sort of doing like a janky, movement thing as he's trying to semi-conscious. A bunch of his armor's dented or knocked off completely. A bunch of the mechanics have been smashed or obliterated. And the worst wound for Brewer is around his ribcage, around his core, that sometimes you can see a faint glow in the dark because it has so much armor and plating around it. Has what looks like like it was smashed, a combination of crushed armor and something that pierced it all the way to the core that's dimly glowing right now. Y'all pulled him away, healed up some of the other people, and found an abandoned house to hide out in. Now that all three, they said the people that were down there are dead. Most of the bombs they disabled. It was just the last of them that got set off. So it's good, aside from the granary being blown up. And I'll give her a second. Looks like she's yeah, and so you're there, Brewer's in the kitchen, you just did a check and saw, he's pretty damaged, but you were able to unseize his legs, reconnect his arms. But he's still like semi-conscious, and that damage to his core looks pretty gnarly. And that's literally exactly where we just were.
So the only thing that's functioning is his what?
His legs were seized, but you just fixed them. I rolled for you, and you fixed them. His arms were not working at all. You reconnected those, so he's got some limited mobility. But he's in like this whacked out semi-conscious state, and the core, his crystal core, is damaged. It's been pierced, and it's glowing dimly. You've got him laid out in a kitchen floor in this abandoned house, trying to get these things fixed, looking at your sketches of him that you've made over the months.
Do I have I rolled to see if there's anything I can do to fix the core part?
Well, I'll let you roll. Go ahead and roll a tinkering check. I think there's a tinkering intelligence one. That way, you actually get to roll it.
Still assisting
Okay, yep. With this one, I think that since this one's just inspection, I'll have it be a straight roll.
So is this dexterity or is this intelligence?
Intelligence. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm rolling in fantasy grounds. I don't know my dice up.
Okay.
Oh, wow. A 9.
You know what? Because you've got the book and because Mina is there in case you need anything, go ahead and roll a second time for
okay, all right.
I feel like all the time you spent.
19!
Okay. Neat. As you assess it, it looks like it's not shattered, and it's not broken in a way that is beyond repair. But in all of your research, this has been the trickiest part. This is the part people can make constructs, no problem, but having it be sentient in this manner is the mystery, and it has to do with this core. So you're
looking at his core. Do I see? So I have the Warforged chart.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that can do to help him? Like, could it possibly be replaced? Is this the same type of core, or is this something? Is it constructed differently?
Well, they look roughly the same. I mean, they're a different color, slightly, different. There's variations in the size and shape. They each look unique, but they're clearly both like Warforged hearts. They're both these giant hearts that are in crystalline form, essentially.
Do I even know if I would even have the skill to even try to fix that? To even try to...
Let's see. All right. Let me just try and compute everything. So you've got your Sage background. You've done a ton of research on this, so that's going to factor in. I think that A, you feel it would be incredibly difficult, and B, you've read about different tools that certain mastercraft tools that are required.
Where are we at again, Dan?
You're in Bexley,
physically
near Tensor University, in a house. Yep, abandoned house.
Oh. Has the other bomb been taken care of? Are we out of the threat of the bombs?
Yes.
Okay. How close are we to Tensor University?
Like eight blocks or so. I think Brewer having some functionality back and watching you, like he's lying down, head propped up against like a counter down across the kitchen floor, and you're like on your knees on the side looking into his core, and him watching you, seeing the look in your face as you're just, so with all the concern. Is going to reach an arm up and in sort of a janky movement and rest it, on your the back of your shoulders. Thank you, Kaylin. Do not worry.
Of course I'm going to worry. I'm not going to let you. We're going to fix this.
For now, I need rest. But when city's safe, Tensor University has a tool, and he's sort of trying to, hold your shoulder in a comforting way, but it's he's a brewer too. He's a robot, so it's like on your arm, like a grip that's fluctuating on your shoulders. He's trying to keep his arm up, keep it together. There is a tool, hammer. This is what I was searching for. That can help me repair.
And this hammer is at Tinsor.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Just hold on, okay?
Yes.
Do you know what hold on means?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Kaylin will wipe some tears away and I'll turn. Is everyone else in the room?
Blueberry isn't. I think everybody else is.
I'll turn to everyone else and just be like, is everything safe in the city? Like, we're clear of the bomb threats, right? Just to make sure.
We heard fighting as we went past a guardhouse, so probably not. It may very well be a riot out there tonight. I think we need to get Brewer to the Thieves Guild below ground. Whatever else we do.
Okay. All right. I think that's a good idea.
Morek stands up for a minute next to Felix and says, I can't thank Brewer enough for what he did for us today. But I also need to point out that we need, in this moment of instability, to rid Bexley of its last leader, the commander of the barracks. Before he can rally any troops, we need to cut the head off of the beast and control the city ourselves. Bring order to it. So,
where is this commander located? Do we know? Did I forget?
In the you don't.
Do we know his name? What he looks like?
If you give me 15 minutes, I can find out.
Oh, Mark says that's good.
Take the 15 minutes.
I pull out my mirror.
Awesome.
I need I feel this divination would go better if we all made part of what's required is an offering to Sune. So I feel if we all put in a little something that could help.
Do you want items or gold? Which would you prefer?
She is the goddess of beauty. So anything beautiful. And beauty is a wide definition.
Sure. I'm finding my book.
I'm looking through my inventory. I don't see a whole lot, so Felix is just going to smile, grin into the mirror. Hey!
Oh no, she likes your she accepted when I offered some of the food that you made her last time I tried this, and she liked that.
Felix offers himself.
Wink. Yeah.
Don't talk to Felix. All of the food that Felix made is in Kaylin's bag somewhere.
Oh, that's true. I do have some. I mean, it's probably like a day old, but I'm sure that there's some stuff in there. See here.
Is your oh god.
I don't think it's the offering is consumed.
I've got some fancy silk rope. This is my
Yes.
pedestrian hempen one.
I'm going to take I have one mechanical grasshopper still in my inventory that I made. I want to take.
It will be consumed by the spell.
I know. Okay. But this is worth it. That's what Kaylin says, and so I will take that out of my bag and hand it gingerly to Mina.
Put it on the. Put that on the mirror. Put the incense. And I'll.
As you're all getting out your any offerings that you want to give, Morik continues. He gives you a little bit of detail. Says, name is Commander Julius Octerberg. They're the highest official of the Crimson Guard here in Bexley. Currently, they switch out a lot, but he's the most recent. With the guards and citizens I saw in revolt out there, we definitely need to get rid of Julius and get someone else in his place, someone that is not owned by that order you spoke of. That's behind all of this.
And who is in charge of the order? Who here? Because there's the guard and then there's the order. So there must be someone heading the other.
The Crimson Order, this is one and the same. He looks over both the Order and the Guard. Yes, this is the one we need to remove. Whether before or after, or thinking perhaps Corden and Yaza could return Brewer to the Thieves Guild, but I'll let you all make your decision. I just wanted to say my piece. Pats Felix's shoulder and sits down next to Felix.
Orden and Yasa out of game. Orden and Yasa were the people, were the two that brought Brewer down to us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who are they with again?
They're from the Thieves Guild.
Okay.
Okay. All I have, since I pretty much left my village with the clothes on my back, I have some parchment, some ink, and a quill, so I will draw the scene I just saw with Kaylin and Brewer, talking about, Brewer's condition, and give that drawing to Mina to offer up.
I will put that ink down on the mirror.
Okay.
Bless you.
Bless you. Nice.
Is anything happening outside, Dan, or is it?
So yeah, I think that you would both see. Let's see how close they're going. I almost put them right off the table. Okay. There is I guess it'd be a gaggle of Crimson Guards. There are like 3 Crimson Guard that are walking against the crowd, essentially. And while they're not walking directly to the house, they are walking and just sort of doing like a very loose glance at houses on either side of the street as they're walking by. So they're on a quick patrol.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess since I'm inside and I can be the one to pass that on. There's a patrol nearby. They may be looking for us. We should not stay here much longer. At very least, we should probably get Brewer moving soon.
Are Orden and Raza still
there with you? Mm-hmm.
Can someone are they just glancing in the windows and the doors?
They're not even doing that thorough of a check. They're walking down the middle of the street, just sort of like kind of looking in windows, like as they walk by, and just looking down alleyways to see if they spot anything out of the ordinary.
Someone put an illusion in the window to make it look like this place is empty.
It already should look that way.
Like the building that we're in, aren't we? Like right.
We're in a large abandoned building, and we're all in one room. We should be able to hide from the window.
Okay.
I'll turn to Orzo. I'll turn to the two of them. And are you able to take this Warforged back to the Thieves Guild for us?
We'll do anything we can. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Do you want me to invisible him? Will that help, or will it make things worse?
That would help. That would help.
I give them each. Before I say that, give me like 2 seconds. Yeah, I give them each a couple of gold each.
Okay.
I give them one gold each.
This
Break it down.
this really isn't necessary.
No, it is.
Well, we'll
It's
make
okay.
sure.
I appreciate the help.
Thank you.
Okay, so invisibility lasts an hour, but it's also concentration.
Okay. We only need to go maybe 3 blocks over from here to get into an entrance underground. And from there, I don't think we'll run into any problems.
Okay.
All right, Brewer, you ready?
Brewer is resting up a little bit. He pulled himself up, so he's leaning flat against the wall now. And it's Brian. And Yaza says, before we do that, if you are looking to get into the Crimson Guard, into the barracks, there is a much safer, easier way than through the streets. Let us show you. And Etch sketches out like a really basic, super basic map, and it goes around a couple ways down. So the river sections there have sloped walls of earth down to the river, and you can kind of walk along there, remain relatively hidden. And then there's like a small sewer section that can get you right up into the back of the kitchen, essentially, inside the barracks.
Okay.
I hope this is. I hope this is helpful. I hope it's at least something.
You've been more than helpful. Thank you.
And Brewer is stands up a little further and comes to put his lean down over Kalen, sort of face to face, and again rests his arms, puts his arms up on your shoulders, like leaning way down to you. Do not put too much pressure on yourself. I have lived a good life, and you have made it all the better these past months.
We're going to fix you, but same.
Thank you. Kind of leans up and thank you all.
I'll tell Orzo, be careful with him.
Certainly, yes. We're ready when you are, Emil.
Emil casts visibility on Brewer.
Okay. Disappears. You hear faint, mechanical whir as he's, suffered a fair bit of damage, but they head out into the streets to make their way to the Undercity entrance, leaving the rest of you here. So Blueberry and Amelia, you see that a couple minutes after they leave, you see that patrol come by, and they're really not doing any heavy looking here. Of course, then they all roll well. Still, you guys are in the center of that dark house. That wasn't high enough to spot you. So they kind of, it's just whirring as they walk by and kind of look in the windows and continue on down the street. And now they're down like a block or two. And you don't see anyone else nearby currently.
Good time to
I'll go back in. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm kind of forgetting that you're also getting this. So I think it's like you being related in my head. I'm relaying it to others, saying it's probably a good time.
I'm just going to go back into the building.
Okay. All right, you hop back in. Blueberry comes into the living room. And what time is it? Okay, perfect. And that's where we'll take our bio break. Well, I guess it'd be a great time if it's closed. Yeah. I could fix the videos and stuff too. All right. So we will take our bio break here. We take like 8-10 minutes or so. And then we'll be back. I'll be here for a little bit before I make my coffee so I can get these videos squared away before we get back. All right, catch you all soon.
All right.
Yay. For brewers, a jolly good fellow.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so glad you made it. Like, I don't want to roll for this.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to kill me.
I was like, well, I was, hoping to be back here sooner, to the Airbnb, but I tried to tune in at the convention center. I was like, at least try to listen in.
Yeah.
And I was listening in, and it was like, Brewer's hurt, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta sign on. There's like no, as far as I could tell, there's no free Wi-Fi at the convention center, like at all. And so I couldn't even and then I tried to just use my, I had good bars on my phone to try to do it through my phone, with the Discord, but everything was really choppy. It was just buffering crazy. So
gotcha.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Must get back.
I have to get back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Super glad to make it for that, because it would have been a whole jester situation a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're kind of with Critical Role, and Laura had to miss. It was of all nights for me to miss.
Oh, awesome.
So at least you got good Wi-Fi there.
It's decent. I'm on it right now.
Yeah, you look all right. You look good.
Good.
So I'm just in a little alcove at the front of the house, because we have people sleeping here in the living room. So
okay.
I was trying to be as covert as possible without pushing myself out to the dangerous Camden, New Jersey streets.
Yes. Nice.
As Steph does Discord from an alleyway, and
yeah. It was well, she was
under a street light. Right.
We heard a big thump, and then she was gone. I don't.
Why is Kaylin yelling for
Why is she yelling for help? Oh, please.
She's really getting into the role play this second.
Yeah, that's so believable.
I come back with blind, and you guys are like, nice makeup. Wow.
Boy, she's really cosplaying this to hell.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Commit. That's awesome.
I'll be right back. Coffee time, Dan. You inspired me.
Yes, excellent. Alright, we'll get Frank here. Ooh, pineapple coconut. Nice. Okay. Yeah.
It's very summery.
Yeah, I kind of need that with all the snow on the ground.
Right.
Do you have snow up there, Warren?
Yeah, we've had it for a few weeks now. It's very early.
Oh, is it? Okay. Like, that's brutal to get that. If that's a norm. Alright, that's that one.
I bought some more dice today, guys.
Really?
Well, one set, but that's only the beginning. I didn't get to look at the extra hall too much, but I got a set of dice, and I bought a book of the Dragon Age RPG, the Dragon Age role-playing game.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Very cool.
Do you have the dice on you? Can we see it?
No, I was just kind of finding that they're like multicolored. I don't know if you can see it in this lighting.
Oh, they are pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
They look really nice.
Yeah, all kinds of different colors. They're so pretty. And this was just like seeing dice at one booth, so I'm a little afraid what's going to happen tomorrow because I just looked at like 4 booths today. So.
Where are you, Steph?
PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And if anyone's in chat trying to talk to me, I don't have chat. I haven't had chat pulled up, so.
Okay. Alright, last image
You're gonna get your coffee, Dan.
I know. I've got one more video capture to fix. I didn't have any of the max players set up, so it was just a bunch of like rough captures that I slopped together way back when. So, but I'll just have to set it up at once. That'll be good. Okay. Glad you could make it, Mariah. And Steph, definitely. I appreciate it. Hopefully you can hear Mariah, or at least listen in. So Brixie, of course, has been carted around as well. She was healed up a little bit, but she's essentially been carted. And we'll actually tackle that once we get back from our bio break. The Brixie Sitch. Alright, let me quickly fix his nameplate so I don't have to pretend I can multitask when we get back. Alright, so first up is Mina. Is it sad that I still look for Ormia when I go to set up Mina's plate? That's, my brain goes there first in the list of images I have. Oh no, that's not it. Alright, Felix is Felix. We've got that one right. No, Blueberry, Brixie. And Mort, you have an actual image now. Hooray! Portrait in your thing, and you even have a token that was insane that I even found, like the one that I based it off of, and then I trimmed up its hair to be like Mort's. So, I'm gonna add it here too, okay. But now it's an existing source. Should just be able to do this. Perfect. Okay, bottom left is Blueberry.
Woohoo!
Woo-woo. Alright, and then we have... Okay. that look right? Middle Felix. Nope, I missed left to middle. Should be Prixie. Alright, and this way I only have 2 videos I need to fix when I get back. So I can't do it without the folks here, but that's fine. Okay, I'm going to race and make some coffee and I'll be back. Yay! Oh, my legs! They don't want to work. No, they don't want to work.
Is that allergies or 3 a.m., Beth?
that's nearly 5 a.m. That is. It's like I wake up and I'm like, yeah, it's so good. And then as the stream progresses, I just get more and more tired.
Gelato? Oh, the best. Pineapple coconut. Nice.
I think I was showing the English side.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Sounds like Steph is tearing it up looking for a charging cable.
Sam, have you started looking at flights yet?
I did, and I had to cancel. Yeah.
No.
I read the fine print and saw that half of it was due 90 days before the event. So I was like, I thought I had until, July to get it all paid, and it's due in like whatever the month is, April. I was like, I can't get it that fast. But I found a similar thing that's in Maryland, where it's just a weekend.
That's cool.
Yeah, so adventure away.
Hmm.
So I might do that instead.
Okay.
But I was so sad. I was like, I can't afford it.
Did you already cancel, or are you still kind of waiting out on it?
I already canceled. Yeah,
okay.
I had to get the money back.
Hmm.
So, I know. I was sad. I'm sorry.
Let me know how the one in Maryland goes. That sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah, and you have to take a whole bunch of pictures
Hmm.
and show all of us.
Yeah. Beth, have
Because
you been
that
to
castle
Langley
would-
Castle before?
Langley
It's kind of a ways away.
It doesn't ring a bell. I'll have a look. Hang on. Langley Castle. Go. No, I've not, though. It looks amazing. Is that where you're
Yeah.
going for the
The D&D in a
D&D?
castle thing.
Yeah.
So it turns out the flight is actually cheaper if I take WoW, which is this like, is it Reykjavik? That's in which country? Oh god,
Iceland.
my geography.
Iceland, yes.
It's cheaper to take that because it's like I think like
Just like you're going
500
up to Iceland and then down.
yeah, because they have like amazingly cheap tickets.
Huh.
So fortunately, I can save a few $100s there. It is, yeah, the price is pretty ridiculous, but
When are you coming over
cheapest
to?
The cheapest flight I found took us from Salt Lake to LA, then to London, then over there. I was like,
Yeah, I don't know American geography that well, but that seems crazy.
Yeah, you're flying
so
so
LA,
far south. Yeah.
and then so it's like here's the country, right?
Yeah.
Here's California.
Yeah.
Salt Lake is like here, like a third of the way back inside the country. So I'd be going backwards.
Yeah,
And
that
then
is
flying
weird.
across the entire country and the ocean.
No stop in New York? No? Just,
I don't know, what did I just do? No!
to answer your question, Beth, though, it's going to be in the middle of July.
Ooh.
Wow, everybody's back. I'm running late. Nice. Well, I made some Irish coffee, so that's good. All right. Hey, Mariah. Yay. Everybody. All right. Let's tweak that a little bit.
Because how freaking ridiculous the storm is.
wow.
So,
What? Are you outside of it?
no, Oklahoma has really weird weather. There was a touchdown tornado near,
Jeez.
like 30 minutes where I was at, the place I was at, and yeah, it's just crazy lightning. I don't know if you guys could see it, but this is where I'm at.
Okay.
Are you outside?
No, I'm in my car.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not that.
That's kind of outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Does
like
your car
literally
have tornado insurance?
Yeah.
No.
Have you seen Twister?
Yeah, we don't talk about that movie because
The movie that shall not be named.
that year. Yes, exactly. Well, the year that Moore had in 2013, Moore, Oklahoma was hit by an F5 tornado for the second time. Their first time being in 1995, and it was kind of the same date. So, yeah. I'm just staying put because my mom has been keeping me updated, and there's another strong wind and rain.
Oof. Crazy.
This lightning is out. And I've driven in more.
Oh wow, it's strong. Tasha, how's it going? Hey. Oh wow, I made that coffee way too strong.
Was that too strong on the coffee or too strong on
the liquor? Yeah, the liquor for sure. Yeah. There's no such thing as coffee that's too but the liquor, wowsies. Woo!
This stream's about to get interesting.
Yeah. And then you know what's gonna happen, guys. Get ready now. Dan, stop. All right. So we'll pick back up. Brewer is being carried off. Crew walk by. Oh, Mina, your divination is just about all set then. If
Yeah.
neat. And that essentially, I always have to look because I forget exactly what it tells. Like, let's see.
It is. Ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity. MDM offers a truthful reply, maybe a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
Awesome.
Doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome.
Okay.
If it's a short rhyme, can we request a limerick from our DM?
Oh my gosh. I will take that into consideration. Awesome.
Strong consideration.
And what was what was the name of the guy again?
Let's see. I believe it was Julius.
Octoberg? Yeah.
Octoberg.
Oh, Octoberg. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Yes. So as you place all these things on the mirror and pray to your god. Hey, Agent 47. Ooh, another human. Hey. And hey, rebels. Oh. Says the mirror. No, just kidding. Like, what is it talking about?
I don't understand.
It consumes all of the offerings, which were wonderful. So, it's time to speak your question.
What was the guy's name again?
Julius Octoberg.
Julius Octoberg. Okay. I have a problem with names in real life. So.
No problem.
Okay. All right. Where will Julius Octoberg be in 1 hour, and how well guarded is he?
Wow, that's 2 questions.
It was 1 sentence.
Nice.
Well, then we should keep going. And what are the lottery numbers next week?
Awesome.
I might be a rogue.
Local cleric wins lottery.
Nice.
I'm not even local. I'm from a different continent.
Let's see. How do we want to present this from your deity?
Limerick.
My brain is not engaged enough for tonight, but I will definitely
a man from
start.
There once was a guard named Julius.
Oh, jeez. I don't know, because now I'm so tempted to do it.
So give Dan 15 minutes, 15 actual minutes. Everybody role play.
Sure. All right. Why not? It's probably gonna be terrible. I'm gonna stutter over it, as I think. But I like the start of that so much. So, there once was a commander named Julius who meant to make.
And then Julia.
See, I can't get it in the syllables.
This episode definitely wasn't brought to you by www.rhymezone.com.
Right? Yeah. Well, I was gonna go with Fulius. Yeah, I was gonna who set to make Bexley Fulius.
I was going to say, who meant to make war by fooling us.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
At the end of the
even better. Let's
limerick.
go with that, Frank. Yeah.
Okay. I'll take credit for line 2.
Yes. Awesome. He went to his office. No, because that won't rhyme. That'd be another fast thing.
Writing yourself into a corner there, Dan.
For reals, yeah.
Got my popcorn.
In his office, he sat. I don't know. In his cat, he did pat until what were we rhyming with? Us? I don't know, guys. I probably shouldn't have tried this tonight.
All the coffee.
now it's not strong enough. Yeah. Let's see. Make a fool of us by fooling us.
We need the GIF with the like figuring out the problem. I stand right now trying to figure out rhymes.
The question was, where will he be in an hour?
his office, basically. Yeah, and very true, Rebel. Let's see. So let me start from the get-go again. What do we have? There once was a commander named Julius who set out to what was it, Franco?
Let's see.
Who said to make war by fooling us?
Yeah. Fooling us. To his office, he did plan to go.
His office, he sat where he pet his cat and remained until I want to do something cool. I'm trying too hard. Like I'm gonna keep trying to think of something like perfect.
Just let it go.
He put the cat and stayed until.
Julius. What rhymes with Julius?
Until he met with us, I guess. Yeah.
I'm going to cast divination and go, my goddess, are you all right?
Mirror's just going to break. Like. That's awesome. Okay, so it sounds like he's going to be in his office in the barracks.
Okay. I'll turn to everyone. That was the strangest response I've ever had. She normally doesn't speak in rhyme. But in his office in the barracks. He will be there in an hour.
All right.
How far away are we from the barracks?
Taking the map that was given us.
If you cut along the river, you're probably looking at like 35 minutes. I mean, now that you've come over here, I mean, you went up to the granary, which is about 40 minutes. Cut back, so we're looking, it's about 3:34 now, although all the bombs have been disabled anyway.
Can we sort of say we got a short rest in?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So, because I get a couple slots back.
Nice.
Wizards.
Hey, it's all about the slots.
Nice.
It's all about the spell slots, baby.
Yeah.
Or Kevin will grab the map and just try to.
All right, let me see where I'm going to put you guys in. All right, so are you guys heading there then? Is there anything you want to do beforehand?
No time. Gotta go.
Okay. All right, so you have to go a number of blocks before you meet the river. Excuse me. And as you head down the riverside, you can hear a lot of fighting now up on the streets, up the embankment. And you saw, as you witness walking through a number of blocks, there's Crimson Guard fighting Crimson Guard. There's citizens trying to assist on both sides. But for the most part, it feels like it's in favor of the actual citizens of Bexley, the people with a clear head, not the corrupt Crimson Guard.
As we're going through, if I see any, children that are out and about or people who look like they should not be out and fighting, I'm going to be like, let's get you to a safe place. Just like kind of help shepherd people.
Okay. You do just that for, you happen by at just the right time for a couple of children at least that are about to get in a battle. A couple of guards fighting one another, topple each other over, and they're about to strike into this kid, and you scoop them up and kind of bump off your back. The two guards roll and tumble, and you're able to get some of these kiddos and an elderly person just trying to cross the street that you help across and keep her from.
Can I help you across your street? Can I help you across your lawn? Can I help you across your porch?
Nice. All right, and I put Felix here, and we'll put Mina here. Okay. You find the entrance into the sewer, the undercity, basically, that runs up and into a pantry in the back of the kitchen, the galley here, in this the barracks. I'm going to share this image out. I preloaded it, thankfully, so it's huge. So be prepared to zoom way out. This is
How do we zoom out again?
Scroll down if you have a scroll mouse.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And so you guys are way down here. Oh. This is the lower level. The shaded areas are the level above you. Yeah, that's all.
So there's a donut in the center?
There is. I seriously, with all these circles, the arrows are stairways. I kept drawing the stairway with a pillar and then the stairs. Everything looked like nipples and boobs. And I was like... and I ended up with this thing in the middle. And I'm like, well, it's got to be there. But even that looks like one. So this is the best I could do. My bad.
Looks like Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski!
Nice.
Mike Wazowski!
Awesome.
Or did he knock Mike Wazowski the nipples? So, it's fine.
But seriously, the thing in the center, is it just like an island, or is there something above it? And then the floor above it has an open circle in the middle?
Correct. And pillars around it. Pillars around this, those little circles around it are pillars that support the edge of that open circle upstairs. There's a foot-tall circular platform in the middle of this floor on this level, which is that disc you see.
Okay. And what's the situation like?
Well, that's here in the kitchen. You can, without making a perception check, you are essentially in a pantry. You haven't peeked out into the kitchen yet. So all you see now is a false door that kind of slides out and brings you into a moderately large pantry.
Where's our rogue?
Yeah, I mean, I think I should probably sneak out and have a look, but I think 8 people suddenly coming out of the pantry is gonna be weird if there's.
It's Narnia.
I hope so.
Amazing.
All right. Yeah, Emil will sneak quietly out and have a look around.
Okay. You push open the pantry door and look out, and you see 2 workers in the kitchen. Other than that, no one else. One of them is cowering behind a counter, and the other one is on the side, around the corner of the counter, like, we need to go. Come on, George, we've got to get out of here.
George?
George.
Of the jungle?
Friend of you
for
and
that
me.
counter.
So you said that was out in. Oh, this is birds.
Yeah, other than that, you don't see anything else, but you're in the kitchen now.
Okay. Well, if they don't see me or notice me, then we can wait this out a minute or two and maybe they'll go.
Leave.
Alright, as you guys wait, finally, the one prodding George to get out of there and leave succeeds. Grabs George by the forearm and just pulls him up and starts walking him out of the kitchen, heading out into whatever is beyond the kitchen. The kitchen's now empty.
Alright, I'll wave everybody else to come into the kitchen.
I'll go.
All right.
Prepare
Come out, my
food
crossbow out and ready.
Okay.
Felix would like to judge the state of their pantry.
Nice. It seems to be decently stocked for being so far away from being a self-sufficient area. They have a decent.
I don't have this spice. I think I will help myself.
Nice.
Open the bag of holding and just shove it all in.
The bag of holding is full, guys. Okay, gunpowder. There's no more room in the bag of holding. Okay. All right.
All right. Some prepared food, half prepared food. It was probably just past lunchtime when all this started breaking loose. So, as you head out, where do you want to? There's you leave the pantry, and to the east you see 2 sets of doors that lead out into whatever is beyond. Nothing to the left, nothing to the right. Just across the room are those 2 doors.
Like nothing to the left or to the right? Like it's
No
just
doors.
walls?
Yeah, just curved walls.
Okay.
You would probably recall from the outside, there's a number of spires on the different corners of this building. This is likely one of them.
Okay. I'll converse the rogue, but stay pretty close to Emil.
Is there any chance of an investigation or something to try and get a sense of where our offices might be without, kind of going methodically room by room?
I would say that Felix may have some insight into that, given that he was a member of the city guard. You can look around, make an investigation check just for anything in the kitchen that might give you info if you want, Emil.
The map didn't have that information, Dan. The map that I grabbed that, where is that made for us?
Yeah, you know what? They probably would have included it. Yep. So that would be up on the 2nd floor, up in the northern area, left hallway.
If you want, I can just fireball the whole office from a distance.
2nd floor.
Ooh.
In the northern hallway, you said, Dan?
Yes. I'm putting a circle and a check mark on the map. Of course, you're on the 1st floor. It's up 1 level.
I'm going to Kaylin's going to map and relay whisper that information to Emil.
All right.
Has it been an hour yet, Dan? Has it been an hour yet since we've left?
Yeah, we might be here early. There is that possibility.
Nice.
Because if we're here early and he's there yet, and he's not yet there in his office,
Nap time.
set up an ambush.
It's like 40 minutes, and then you cut in here. It's close. It might be like 5 or 10 minutes early.
Okay. By the time we get there. I guess Kaylin, should we just go through the door?
I guess go through the door, and I guess we should head for like the stairwell that's north of us, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As you step out of the kitchen and you look into this incredibly massive area, there's training posts in different areas. There's just amazing acoustics in here that just resonate. There's a marble floor, a lot of marble in here used to create these barracks. Was a very wealthy city. You can see a bit up above as there's a huge hole in the ceiling, pillars wrap around to support the outer edge of. Dome of light, glass up top that lets sunlight in and shine down through here and cascade. In the center appears to be a ring of some sort, an elevated stand. So Felix, some of this is a lot grander probably than what you're used to, but you probably maybe even seen this before. But it's used for speeches. They fill the upper area and the lower area with guards. They speak from there. They give trainings from there. It's also used as this circular raised area in the center can be used for fights and battles using a point system. If you can knock the other person out of the ring, essentially. Mm-hmm. You see a boatload. You open the door. As you're approaching the door, you can hear the sounds of battle. And as you open up, there are just probably 200 so people between the upper level and down here. It's complete chaos in here.
Shoot.
Crimson Guard fighting other Crimson Guard. People getting slain, others getting pushed and shoved. Just this incredible, brawl amongst Crimson Guard.
Is our friend from like 3 sessions ago anywhere around?
You can make an investigation check to look around if you want.
Investigation or perception?
If you're looking specifically for him, I'd say probably investigation. If you're like, all right, where is he? Is it this one?
Dang it. 12.
Could be, but there's so much blurring of armor and stuff. It's tough to tell.
It's like, okay, yep, I've been in this sort of thing before.
So is there any way
we just may need to run for it.
Is the crowd in the area where we are or where we need to go, Dan? See that or
nearby? Within 15 feet of the door here, there's a bunch. Is where it starts. It's just no one seems to have noticed that anyone's opened the door and looked out of the kitchen. They're all engaged in a brawl.
So they're all looking towards the center.
Like each other fighting, smashing here, there, left and right. It's complete chaos.
Okay. All right.
Guard falls off the upper level.
So if we skirt along the wall, we get to that one stairwell.
Yeah, let's just run for it.
Is Brixie with us?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Yes, so Brixie wanted to get, as she roused from consciousness in that house, wanted to change into cat form. And if there's anything you want to do, Brixie, since you're actually here now, let us know. Other than that, but I imagine she'll be racing along with you guys in cat form. She's pretty quick in that.
I was hoping to get a pass with that Trace.
Ooh.
If that's okay, Mariah.
She'd probably shift over and do. Does she have to? Is that concentration? which isn't a problem.
No, it just lasts for an hour.
Thanks. Okay. All right, so she casts that, and I'll say probably in here she might hobble along. She's still hurting, but probably stay in tiefling form, so she's prepared for any battle or any issues. Sort of, like hobbling along with you with pain from the wing stubs on her back. And y'all were just running up. If you turn and head north, you see at the north face of this giant room, there is one massive set of double doors. There's a number of others along the wall, but they all seem to be locked. They have velvet ropes with little posts that they're tied to set up in front of them. There's only one that seems like they're currently using right now. A person being thrown through here and there, so this brawl spilled out into the other northern area. But that would at least get you in the northern part of the building.
All right, I say we go for it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go for it.
I'm gonna run as fast as my dwarven feet will carry me.
Times are wasting, yeah.
Okay. I guess just roll. I'm not gonna have you really roll anything. Athletics checks. That's what I'll have you do as you're hustling through.
Ooh, okay.
No one's really paying attention to additional people in here.
This.
Can it be acrobatics? Since if
sorry, yeah.
either or.
No one's trying to grapple on this. This is really just like for you guys hustling.
I got a solid 8.
I got 12.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
15.
Discord got a 1.
We all passed that.
That's amazing. 30s all around here.
Yep.
I cast athletics without trace. Everybody add 10 to your athletics check.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, gives. Oops. 0 athletics. No. Okay, so you guys hustle through. You make it up to this other section. You're stopping every so often in your tracks as someone gets thrown past you, or you see a hatchet flying through, and you're dodging and ducking, and there's the clanging, and it's a sound that you likely wouldn't have heard before. This large of an area with these acoustics and all these weapons clanging, the grunts, the cries of pain. Hustle through this narrow doorway. As you come out and look through this next doorway, you see the northern area of the map. Just to your left is a stairwell up to, essentially right to, the room you need to be in. There's people on it. You have to kind of do probably another athletics check as you push your way up the stairs without getting hurt on the narrow stairs. It's like a 8-foot wide staircase, so it's not that narrow. So go ahead and roll athletics checks if you guys want to take that stairwell. But it's group.
20 total.
Nice.
12.
Athletics.
13.
3.
27.
Jeez.
5.
Oh, it's this little dog. It's tripping all over him.
Yeah, little
Can
stubby
Corvus
legs.
climb stairs?
Apparently not.
Awesome.
Pick a blueberry and run with him up the stairs.
I mean, I can pick it.
Alright, just moving some tokens over. Everyone's getting resized all wonky for some reason, but whatever. We'll fix it later.
I see Blueberry stumbling up the steps, and I'll and Kaylin will.
Okay.
Oh
no! Scoop down.
I'll do the air walk.
I'll hold you up front so you can.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, that definitely helps. Wait, why does Mort have this? Sorry, Mort. Let me properly get you on the map here because you've got a proper token now. All right.
Okay.
I need to delete you from there and bring you around. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
you doing there?
I'm gonna make you on the small side. Why can't I move? Oops. Alright, we'll put me in here. You guys can figure out how you want to do it after. Alright, so here's another map that I've shot out, so it should just pop up hopefully. Close the second level, close Bexley map. Alright. So you guys are here. This doorway to the left is the office. You're actually looking, this semicircle just to the south of you is a balcony over that is about 10 feet up from the other ceiling area with a hole in it. And it's meant to be able to look down over the giant room below. So you just see the carnage from another viewpoint here. People being shoved off the balcony, up and down the stairs, fighting one another. Blood, grunts, you name it. And just to the left is the room that that person is supposed to be in. Julius.
Just out of curiosity, two little hashtags on the center part. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
What is that? I mean, that I'm assuming that's a balcony overlook.
2 hashtags. So I have some dashed lines to show where like doors are.
Oh, okay. So that's a room. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a room. Okay.
The other ones are doors that swing open and little curves to show which way the doors swing.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. All right.
Sorry, this was like a.
I know.
All right. So you're facing this door now. What do you all want to do?
Oh boy.
What's the plan?
Can I do a sniff check to see if anyone's in the room? Oh, sniff check.
You can try. You can make a perception check with advantage because it's sniffing. The DC is going to be a little bit high because the smell of blood has filled the air in here.
No problemo. Towards. Just assume not on that. 10.
Okay. You try and sniff through. The only thing you catch a whiff of is a cat because you're so tuned into that.
So Dan, sorry, but out of character, I had to step.
Oh, okay.
See when we got upstairs.
The door. You're at the door. You're over a balcony looking back into the previous room. You can see all the blood and carnage. Just to your west is the door to the office marked as the captain's. Brixie's done a sniff test and she smelled a cat on the other side of the door.
Can I do a perception check just to
look
and see if I can see anyone? Is there like hallways that we're supposed to be looking down? Is it just the balcony and the...
You're in a hallway that runs down. There's another door on the left. There's another spire down further north. You can look down into the foyer from up here if you were so inclined. It's just more carnage. They had hundreds of people here.
I just wanted to do a perception check to hear someone coming up to the doors or anything.
Okay.
Or can I do a perception check? Maybe like listening through the door?
Sure, go for it.
On inside?
Mm-hmm. Carefully walk up since your shoes don't make any sound. Put your ear up to the door.
That was just an 11.
Ah, okay. Still, let me see what...
I think, yeah.
Okay. Nope, you don't hear anything. You hear, well, the cat's not quiet, so you hear...
Is the cat coming through the door?
I mean, you hear it's on the other side.
Insight check. I don't think it's a cat. Okay.
Nice.
I'll just kind of turn everyone, I'm not hearing anything.
So there's nobody else up on this floor with us in the hallway or anything like that, except right now, right? All the action's downstairs.
There's people up here too, just not as many as downstairs. You had to push by a number of people heading up the stairwell here. This is probably not a dead spot, but there's people down the hallway, back down the stairs, and maybe half a dozen around this area. Not within like 30 feet of you, not anyone close. No one's paying attention to you currently.
All right. Yes.
What do you guys think?
Can I try and like push the door open a little bit with a snout to see if it's coming out?
Yeah, we can knock on the door. Blueberry will be standing right outside. They'll just think it's someone's dog. And then if no one answers, we know no one's in there.
Perfect plan. I'm up for it. Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's do this.
I love this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it.
Okay, so is Blueberry currently wearing anything non-typical of a regular puppy?
Oh yes, he has a blue wizard hat on.
Can we take the wizard hat off?
Okay.
Okay. Caleb will get down to level and be like, I think, Caleb will tell Blueberry the plan.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the wizard hat might be a little conspicuous. Would you mind if I hold on to it?
Are you going to look after it?
I'm going to hold it right here and you...
Okay. You might also want to take my book holsters as well.
Okay, so I need book holsters. Where do I get those? Okay, so I'll gently take off the hat and kind of keep eye contact with Blueberry, like I'm keeping it right here. And I'll gently take off the belt as well and just kind of lay it over my arm.
Okay, I do a big old shake.
Alright, guys, we need to... We're here, away from the door.
Move your tokens if you feel fit. I tried to move people around where I thought they might need to stay out of sight, but please move yourselves if you like.
Okay.
I've got Blueberry right in front of the door.
Okay, so Blueberry's right in front.
Before they go, if he's there, do you want me to chuck a fireball in there?
Frag out.
I can angle it so that it doesn't hit Blueberry.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
I haven't cast a fireball yet.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
just for a little bit, I think that we can, if he answers the door though, should we try to grapple him or should we try to attack him? Or should we just try to push him inside the hostage and try to talk to him?
I could just in the room and see what he does, and then I'm in there.
Okay. Alright. So I will make sure everyone's out of the which it looks like they are. Okay, I will knock on the door and I will step back.
Okay. I do the cutest little head tilt, big eyes.
Yes.
I can do.
Yes, this is good.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Okay. What do we even want to roll here?
Roll for adorableness.
Yes, no kidding. You know what? So Blueberry, roll for just a deception check with advantage because it's such an amazing setup.
Deception. Oh, okay, it's not bad. With advantage. Terrible. Oh, that's better. 18.
Nice.
Okay. So Caitlin knocks, steps back out of the way. Again, with her boots, they don't make a sound. Blueberry, you hear some light footfalls approach the door. Open up the door, and you see... let's see. Let's do this. Okay. You see a man in a Crimson Guard uniform. What the? Looking down like, the carnage is still raging out here. And he goes petting Blueberry under the chin. Oh, this one's so cute. You better get in out of here. You don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to get hurt. Come on in, puppy.
I'll make a stabbing motion. What else?
Okay, I'll walk in after him.
Okay. So anyone nearby, that would be essentially just Kalen right now, because he's going to let the dog in. He's going to close the door back up. But you've got a chance to do whatever it is you'd like to do, Kalen.
So we just heard one voice, right? One voice.
He turned to talk to somebody.
Dad, nabbit. Okay.
Fireball.
You see Mina over there, like flames crackling.
There's 4 of us besides of us. So let's just go. Let's push in. I'm going to go in.
You're attacking?
Well, I don't know what else to.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if anyone else wants to go in, let me know. Anyone else want to rush in behind him?
I'm not gonna let the door. And I'm going to step in at the last,
Okay. Mina, are you going in as well?
I'm going to rush forward and shoot him in the back.
When you say shoot him, do you mean with fireball or?
Nice.
No.
Point blank.
I'm gonna. I'll do a shooter shot, just a regular crossbow bolt.
Okay. Before I have you do that, let me just see who else is going to jump in. It'll be a surprise round because they're clearly not expecting this.
Does that mean advantage on the attack?
I don't know if it means that. It just means like before initiative, I think. And I think sneak attack when it's a surprise round. But there's Felix. Is that where you're gonna stand, Mina, back there by the rail and like just firing from there?
I'm gonna kind of like as he goes, I'm gonna kind of come over here to get a clear shot.
Okay. Kaylin, go ahead and move your token into the room wherever you want it. Same with Emil, Moore, and Felix if you want to. Go ahead and move your token.
Yeah,
go ahead and roll your...
I'm gonna just walk in and just kind of step right in, because I know Mina's behind there. Step into the side, away from the door frame.
Okay, sitting at a desk with a cat in his lap in the back.
Balding
Exactly as I have voiced.
Captain Julius.
I've been expecting it.
Whoa! Kind of looks up like, whoa! So, Mina, go ahead and roll your attack on Thomas, the guard here.
Poor Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna raise my short sword. Defensive.
So this will be a surprise round, Kaylin. So you can do your regular action if you want. If you want to attack and do any of that before initiative is even rolled.
Do we get advantage for any surprise or anything, or is it just a straight flat? Because I know for sure rogues get the advantage, but will you give us advantage on attacking? Because they were not expecting this.
Let me check and see. Because I'm doing surprise since you managed to deceive them and surprise them.
You can call it that.
Blueberry, the Trojan puppy.
Trojan Corgi.
Please draw that, somebody.
It really is the perfect.
All right, yeah. So it does not include advantage. It just basically the surprise round means you get to attack before initiative. They can't take any reactions. They're incapacitated for the round basically because they were not expecting it.
Okay, because I rolled a 1.
Oh no! You're like, we're doing this, and you scramble to get the bolt out, and just ping, falls a few feet from your crossbow.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was a sharpshooter.
Oh, so that's
Clank,
like
clank,
negative 4?
clank. Yeah.
Well, no, because I have a +6 to attack, so it was a 2.
Awesome.
So that die is banished.
Away with thee. Okay.
I'm just going to walk in continually, like nonchalantly, like, I don't know. And just...
Felix is going to take the spice that he grabbed from the pantry and just like, spice in the face.
Oh.
Cinnamon challenge.
Nice. All right, so Mina took her shot. Kaylin, are you doing any? I'm sorry, Felix. Are you doing anything?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Is that all you're going to do, Felix? Are you going to attack or anything on this round? You step in, you see the captain clearly decorated.
I'm hoping that the spice in the face will impose disadvantage or some sort of like negative modifier onto the guy in the front.
All right, just this bag of spice opens up in his face, and we'll see what happens.
I want to rush. I to the guy in the back of the room.
Okay.
Since they're all kind of going over to him. And as my action, I don't want to hit him, but try to look as menacing as possible and hold my sword up to his throat. Don't make a sound.
Okay.
Are you? Let's see here. Word document. Are you Julius Oxenberg?
Let's see. How is Julius gonna? So you can see that Julius is fairly battleborn. He has his rugged appearance. He's an elf. Looks like a wood elf. And he's got some battle scars along his face and his exposed hands. You don't spot... the only weapon you spot on him, though, is a dagger. A single dagger. Laying across the side of his desk is a staff. Twisted, gnarled staff with a bluish crystal seated in the top. He has his hand like not on it, but next to it. It's like,
can I take my other short sword and like knock it into the desk in between his hand and the staff?
You can probably do one or the other this round.
Well, no, I definitely want to hold. So I see him going for the. Do I see him going for the staff on the desk as I'm approaching him?
Well, he had his hands up on the desk, like, naturally when you came in, and his right hand just happens to be, like, a foot away from the staff.
Well, I'll say I will hold first.
Okay. All right, so while you're asking that, is there anything that Blueberry or Brixie wants to do this round, or Emil? Or Mort, because you guys are right outside the door, too.
I'm going to... we're not... Well, she fired an arrows. All right. Let's go for it. I'm going to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp in that blank space right diagonal from him.
Okay.
So that'll pop a clay hand.
Okay.
Right in front of him. So I don't know how you want to pick that, but he's going to make a strength save.
It's a hand with a pinky up in the air. That's what that's supposed to be. Okay.
That's a level 2.
Okay. All right. Yes, you start from around the corner. You start casting this spell. Where are we? How does it look here? Yes, a medium hand made from compacted soil cracks through the marble, forms from the soil in this hand. and reaches for the captain.
Right. If he fails the save, he takes.
Okay.
Well, actually, he takes
strength.
Right.
All right, Captain Julius. Let's do a saving throw here. What was it again? A strength saving throw.
Yep, 15.
It's not good. Ooh. Rolled a 4.
So he takes 2d6, which I shall
Okay.
roll up. Ding, 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 ding. 5 and 6, 11.
Nice.
Okay, nice.
And he is restrained.
Excellent. And that's a whole minute, right? Concentration up to a minute? Perfect.
Yep.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
And let's see, to break out, the target can use its action to make a strength check against the spell save DC. On a success, it escapes and is no longer restrained by the hand. But the hand stays there.
Nice.
And can try to grab him again.
A tile has popped up off the floor, and this hyper elongated soil arm is just reaching out with a hand around his throat, like dealing his damage. Nice. Okay, and Emil, did you have anything you wanted to do?
I'm going to stay hidden around the corner of the door, but I will cast Mage Hand into the room.
Okay. All right.
A lot of hands in this room.
Yeah, that's handy. Sorry. And Blueberry, was there anything you wanted to do as you're like face to face with this captain?
Did you say there was a desk in front of him?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Can I try and grab the staff?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can't make a reaction, so you grab the staff.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna back up over here.
Okay. You've got the staff 3 feet on either side out of your mouth. You back up with it like in the corner, like sucker.
Can't get through doors.
Yeah. Clink, clink. All right, let's go ahead and roll initiative then. Now that we've got our surprise round. Oh, there's so.
plus 2. 8.
Okay, 8 for Mort. Let's see. Mina?
Yes.
What did you get for initiative?
Oh. 14. Sorry.
14?
Is
Emil?
Brixie-
Brixie's
11.
here, yeah. Mhm.
Okay, I have no.
Caitlin?
19.
Woo! Blueberry?
21.
All right, and Felix?
Big ol' 4.
Nice. And Brixie? 2. Oh, okay. All right, top of the round is Blueberry in the back corner here, staff. So just to follow up on Kaylin's question, I'm Captain Julius, yes. You're making a big mistake coming in here like this. Talk through the hand. Release this hand. Lower your weapon. You'll pay.
Why should we lower our weapon?
Because I will throttle you to death.
Oh, it's on.
It's on.
Release this now. Looks over through the doorway at Mort. You'll be the first to suffer. Thomas.
Suffer like the best.
He looks over at you as you talk. Bexley's being purged. The strong will
Bexley's not
survive.
being purged. Because your bombs aren't working.
What? Who are you? Looks around at everybody.
My immediate thought, that's not us.
I'm gonna let.
I'm just running near my eye.
Nice. All right, Blueberry, you're up first in turn. What do you like to do?
Can I try and because I got the staff in my mouth? Can I try and like break the staff?
Ooh, yeah, make a strength check.
Strength check. Strength check. 30. Ooh, that's annoying.
Your tooth. You got like the super chipped tooth at the top.
Oh no. Okay. I will rage.
Okay.
And I've just realised that this entire time I've been doing my rage, but hey ho. Because when I rage, I'm gonna have to. 1 second. I think that when I rage, like, like spirit guardians come out and protect me.
Oh, really?
I can't remember. I literally looked at this last week.
Is this which path did you take with the?
I took Path of the. I can't remember. Path of the Ancestral Guardian. That's what I took.
Yeah, spectral warriors appear when you enter your rage. While you're raging, the first creature to hit you with an attack on your turn becomes a target of the warriors, which hinders attacks until the start of the following turn. That target has disadvantage on any attack roll that isn't against you. So basically, you kind of taunt it, and when the target hits a creature other than you with an attack, the creature has resistance to the damage dealt by the attack. So if it hits anyone else, they only take half damage.
And also, I assume these spirits are tiny corpses, just for visual purposes.
Of course. Amazing.
That's me done.
Okay.
Where is... There it is.
Nice.
Okay. There we go.
Kaylin, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to use one of my maneuvers and do a menacing attack.
Nice.
On Mr. Julius here. Which is when you hit a creature with a weapons attack, you one superiority die to attempt to frighten the target. And then I add the die to my attack damage roll if it hits.
Okay.
So I guess I should probably roll first. That would be wise. And this is my short sword. That's a 20 total to hit.
Woo, well, that hits.
Okay, so I'm going to do the menacing attack. Let me roll for... That is... Oh, I need 26. Okay, so that is that one's superiority. So that was a 10 for the attack, and then my superiority. But the person also, and you can, but the let me see here. 1 second. Menacing attack. I add the superiority die, so that's 11 total. But it says the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it is frightened of you until the end of your next turn.
All right, so the first attack was a 20 total.
To hit.
And then the damage is where you add your superiority die?
Right, yeah.
Okay,
so it's so that was an 11 total with the superiority.
Okay, nice.
For damage.
And then it has to make a saving throw, which
it has to make a wisdom saving.
Okay. 22.
Oh, no.
I'm guessing that's That's a win.
Probably.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, so I still get my other sword attack, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
If it lands. Well, that didn't hit. That's then
you get
8 total.
Nope. As you go to hit it, he's got, he's grappled in here, and he kind of tries to lean away, and you chop at it and catch a chunk of the desk. But as a fighter, I believe at level 5, you get an additional attack. So you should have 2 regular attacks and then your bonus action one. So you should have 1 more attack. What's up, Felix? Sorry, were you going to add something?
I'm sorry, was that attack at advantage because he's restrained?
Oh, yeah, you gotta make sure you roll him right.
Is it still advantage even though I'm...
If he's restrained?
Okay. Okay, so I'll roll that second one again.
Roll them both in case you get a natural 20 on the first one.
Okay, I think that's an 11 to so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. But you still have a 3rd attack as a fighter at this level.
Okay.
With advantage as well.
Yes, advantage.
Alright, well that's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
And... 8, 6. Alright, so that is a 7 total for damage.
Nice. Alright. Alright, so you swing down to your short sword the first time, and you clip him right in the pauldron. It cuts through a bit and gashes his skin. Come around for the second one, you hit the desk and come back to try and do like a stab through, and you get like part of his tricep in the back. Pull the short sword out. I'm still choked by this hand.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
And that is... Okay.
Alright, Mina, you're up.
Okay. So he's sitting there in the chair, restrained, and then there's that other guard.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm also going to cast Spirit Guard. No, I'm not. I don't have that. Yeah, I'm gonna stay back here and try to shoot the guy again. With Guiding Bolt this time.
Ooh, nice, okay.
And I'll just do a level 1 Guiding Bolt. 20 total?
That'll hit.
Okay. Sorry, just looking up again.
You hold out your holy
46.
symbol.
No, it's the crossbow.
Ooh, off the crossbow. Nice, okay. And it fires out this guiding bolt of divine energy.
Okay.
Strikes him true. He gets his glowing aura around him.
That was a really good one. And I'm just double checking my thing. Nope. Okay. So that's 13 radiant damage.
Nice. And the next person to attack has advantage, right?
Advantage on him,
with divine energy. His armor lights up. It's pulsing divine energy. Anything else for Mina this round?
She's gonna glance over. She's just gonna kind of glance. She's gonna stay there, and she's gonna glance around, make sure no one else is coming up the stairs at us.
Okay. Now everyone appears to still be duking it out for the time being. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Nice. Emil, you're up.
So that staff is still on the desk? He's not holding it?
It's in Blueberry's mouth in the corner now.
Oh, she took it away.
He.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to like fight you if you want to take it off or do it. I mean, it is my stick.
You just didn't expect him to throw it back to you, right? So you can fight.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not actually sure if I can convince Blueberry to let it go, though. Give me a second here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this isn't going to work out the way I had hoped. So I'm going to try and sneak into the room, and I guess I don't really want to be killing anyone here, but I'm going to attack Thomas, I guess.
Okay. Cool, Wizard. Oh, thanks for the tip, Warren. I just saw it for trying a limerick. In tough circumstances, that's kind. Thank you.
That's a 16 to hit.
That just hits Thomas. Yep.
Okay. I doubt we're going to get that far, but it'll be non-lethal if it works out that well. So.
Okay. Right, all the sneak attack.
24.
Okay. Jeez, amazing. All right, so you come up and you're using what, the rapier, you said?
Yeah.
Nice. You sneak right up behind him and do like two slashes and a stab real quick, and dealing a boatload of damage. He didn't even see you sneak into the door. He's looking around, looking at the hand on the captain. Is there anything?
Did you roll that with advantage? Because of guiding bolt.
Ooh, that's right. Yeah.
You guiding bolted Thomas?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Thomas is one glowing. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I thought it was the other one. Okay.
Yep, no problem.
Yeah, I rolled the same roll twice.
Okay. Nice. Such Pierce. Anything else Emil wants this particular round? Thomas is hurt, but not, woefully hurt yet.
I still have some movement left, so I'm going to disengage and I'll move a step back.
Oh, nice. Okay. Back out the door. Back around the corner. All right. Thomas. Let's see. Got this, which is already included. But what he's going to do is he's going to incur an attack of opportunity from both Felix and Brixie as he steps up to Captain Julius and grabs this earthen hand at his throat. He's going to try and beat the save DC for that. But first, to see if he makes it there, Felix and Brixie, if you guys want to roll a melee attack of whatever type on Thomas.
Yeah, it's like a 23 to hit.
Oh, that hits, yeah.
Can I do a spell?
Only if you have the feat for it. Let's take a look and see.
I don't have the feat.
Oh, you should have one from level 4. That's weird.
Oops.
And from level
Warcaster is the feat.
Yeah, Warcaster.
So no, for now you'd have to do a melee attack, which would be a plus. You'd roll a d20 and you would add. Let's see what you've got in here. You have daggers, a +3.
Can I make it just an armed
Unarmed
attack?
strike. If you did, it would be a lot less damage.
Well, I just want to get him prone. So.
Oh, I don't think that you can knock him prone with an unarmed strike. You need to be like a monk or something and have an additional thing.
Can't even think straight.
No problem.
What do I have on me?
Daggers and a quarterstaff.
I'm going to use my quarterstaff then.
Okay, that'll be a +2.
Nope.
8 points of damage, Dan.
Oh, thank you.
5 is not going to hit.
Nope. Unfortunately, you go to swing, and the staff's a bit cumbersome. You swing, and he's already just out of range as you swing. Felix, you've got that 10 feet of range anyway, so you just give him a quick pierce with the weapon there. Or a bludgeon with it. All right, so Thomas is going to make, I think, was it a strength check, I think, Mort?
So you just double check. Yes, strength saving throw against DC 15.
All right. So a 7. Okay, so he's like and tries to break him free. Let's see. Failing that, he has one more thing, right? 3 or 2. Okay. He turns to. That's all he can do because he tried to do that. Captain Julius is next. He'll make a strength saving throw, which is terrible for him. A 10. I don't think that beats your spell save DC.
15. Yep.
Okay. So he's still locked in there. Let's see. And he is what, considered restrained, you said?
Yep, still restrained. He doesn't make that save.
Okay, so he is because he can do his second thing here. What is this? Nope. Okay. All right. You see him speak a little bit through beginning to cast a spell. Opens the palm of his hand.
Stab his throat!
Just above the palm of his hand, these little clock hands appear and start spinning. They're ticking with time, and then they slow down and stop entirely. Gosh, I've never used this. Let's see. I'm gonna find the right die for it. There we go. Weak sauce. Whatever. And time stops. Not that anyone else notices it, but for the next 2 rounds, time is entirely stopped. So next week, we'll see what happened in those 2 rounds.
Oh, no. I refuse.
Not moving.
Well, thankfully, as he's starting it out locked in this thing, incapacitated, so he can't move, but But and he rolled a 1 out of potential. It's a +1. It's a 1d4 +1, and he rolled a 1. So it's not very long. He got the worst he could get. Time stop.
Isn't that a 9th level spell?
Uh-oh.
Don't you have to be like 15th level to cast 9th level spells?
Mm-hmm.
So about that fireball.
I was expecting, like, yeah, they're gonna go in, they're gonna clean some clocks, they're gonna like, they're all so nice, they don't want to kill if they don't have to. Okay. So good news for next week. I need to revisit with Felix and Kaylin fighters because I completely didn't realize that fighters are unique and that at level 4, 6, and 8 you get to choose feats or ability score increases. It's like every 2 levels up until like level 14 or something. So I believe that I owe each of you the option of another feat or ability score, but I'll check it in the player's handbook.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I owe you each that.
And was that extra attacks?
Extra attack is a 5th level thing. I would look and see when you get your next one, is to see if it's level 8 or not. But you get extra attack action.
I had it in my book bag all day.
Honestly, you guys have come in here with a really great start. You had the surprise round. You've already chipped away health. I mean, there's it's strong, but he's already looking, you know.
It was my that drew. Yeah.
He's already looking hurt. Yeah, he does not.
Okay.
He looks much weaker than his.
Hurt physically and
emotionally.
Nice. Yep. Oh, fun. And we'll pick that up next week. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. Yeah, come back and catch us next week. For anyone who doesn't know, of course, we stream every Friday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Time for Stormfall here. We have an All Evil campaign we stream on Tuesdays, Kier's Lament. That's also 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. just on Eastern Time on Tuesday nights. But stop in here next week to see what happens during these 2 rounds of Time Stop. And see if they can save the city and how they proceed from here. Save poor...
We're going to save the city.
Yeah, poor Brewer.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's our battle cry. For Brewer!
Nice. Awesome. All right, well, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, players, as always. You guys are fantastic, and it's so fun to play with each week. You rock. And thank you, of course, viewers. Always a blast. Love reading chat. You guys are hilarious and great. Thank you all for making the time to be here and for the cheers and for all the good things. I will catch you all. We'll catch you all next week. Take care, everyone. Have a great night.
Okay.
Bye.